the streets with the Birmingham Superprix. Phil Mepham has been down at trackside assessing the prospects for what is bound to be, weather permitting, another memorable bank holiday weekend.
Well, the streets of Birmingham will be reverberating to the sound of cars a little faster than these when the 4th Halford Superprix hits town on Sunday. That's when official practice takes place for the latest round of the Formula 3000 Championship. The race itself is on Bank Holiday Monday, and it's all meant hours, indeed days of toil for those in charge of preparation.
On current form, Eddie Jordan's team is the one to beat. His Reynards finished first and second at Brands last weekend, driven by Martin Donnelly and Jean Alesi, who's already been signed up for Grand Prix racing by Ken Tyrrell.
Ken Tyrrell asked to Eddie Jordan one driver for the French Grand Prix, and because I finished fourth, now he wants me for the end of this season and for next year.
So you've made it? You're in Formula 1?
Yes, I'm in Formula 1 for next year. Also this year, but priority for Formula 2000.
Certainly 3000 is the pace to be at. If you want to get to Formula 1, a lot of the Formula 1 team managers and team owners look towards that. And I think this year that the 3000 drivers have proved their point.
Another British hope for a victory, Mark Blundell in a Middlebridge Reynard. And there's a Hill on the entry list, son of Graham Hill Damon, in the only Japanese car trying to qualify.
We have to really stretch ourselves to get in the race. But if we can, hopefully I can do my job at Birmingham well enough. We should be, within the top 20. That'd be great if we could do that.
To do that, what are you going to have to do?
We're going to have to take a few risks, I think.
And there's a Brabham racing too. Driving the factory march is Gary Brabham. His dad, former world champ Sir Jackie's guest of honour.
Well, I always used to like street racing myself in the past. It's a very challenging type of circuit, and it's very good from the driver point of view, and I'm sure also from the spectator point of view. So I'm looking forward to being there. I think it's going to be a good race.
Well, the Superprix has acquired a reputation for attracting drivers from all over the racing world. But this year, for the very first time, there's one competitor who'll be travelling a grand total of just 6 miles, all the way from Erdington on the outskirts of the city, in fact, to take his place on the starting grid. Last weekend, Phil Andrews finished a creditable 10th at Brands Hatch, and only a pit stop made necessary by a 120-mile-an-hour blowout robbed him of what would have been his first championship points. That search continues this weekend when, providing he qualifies, he'll line up on the streets of Birmingham as the first locally born driver to compete in the Superprix. Last year he failed to qualify, but even so the 22-year-old, who can already boast the trappings of motorsport lifestyle, knows the circuit well enough.
We're off of the Belgrade middleway. About 180 miles an hour just before we get into the braking area, the Halfords corner. We'll probably do about 60 or 70 miles an hour around this corner. This is an important corner to get your straight line speed for the return journey down to Pershore Street.
The car he'll be driving has been undergoing extensive preparation at Bicester in Oxfordshire, but for Andrews the build-up isn't quite so scientific.
Preparation is very limited because obviously you can't test the cars on the circuits beforehand. It's always worth coming down and having a look at the circuit before and just seeing whereabouts the barriers are, how tight it is, how much room you've got, where manhole covers are, things like that. So, but that's about all the preparation that you really can do.